White flag raised. Away they go in race 2, the Penny Park Games. Beginners chase over 2-1. 11 fences ahead of them, and the first to show is Mount Leinster in the red and white colours, followed by stable companion Haut En Couleurs. In the centre is Global Society, in between horses Gentleman de May. So they take their first fence. All okay. After Gentleman de May, there's a break for a couple of lengths to Hardy Blow, who's followed by stable companion and Cheap Thrill, and Tony Hope Ford, just the back marker. On their way to fence number 2, one of 2 past the stands. Striding on, 3 lengths clear of Mount Leinster and Sean O'Keefe, followed by Global Society and Shane Fitzgerald, just second from Haut En Couleurs. Paul Townend on board the odds-on favourite, and then Gentleman de May and Mark Walsh. Now, that one's rider, due to Mark's intended mount being a known runner. Hardy Blow, Willie Mullins next, at the back of the field, and mistakes by Gentleman de May and Hardy Blow. Tally Ho for Paul O'Neill is last but one of the back markers of Cheap Thrill and Drying Heads. Mount Leinster is spacing them out over fence number 3 with Haut En Couleurs picking up the second spot. Global Society has dropped ground. Has relinquished third to Gentleman de May, with the final 3 Hardy Blow and Cheap Thrill and Tally Ho 4. Well strung out, turning towards the back straight where they will meet fence number 4. Just outside the halfway stage. Mount Leinster pulling along, 5 lengths in front of Haut En Couleurs as they make tracks to fence number 4. Haut En Couleurs in turn well clear of Gentleman de May and Global Society, who made a mistake. Then Hardy Blow and Cheap Thrill and Tally Ho Ford. On to fence number 5. It's Mount Leinster with slightly reduced advantage over stable companion Haut En Couleurs. Gentleman de May, also stable companion of the 2 ahead of him, as they go towards the fence and the 7 furlong point in the first of 2 ditches. Mount Leinster leads Haut En Couleurs and Gentleman de May, well clear of Hardy Blow and the predominantly red cap in Global Society, who's followed by a Cheap Thrill and Tally Ho 4. Right across the stands, they're heading to the second last fence in the back straight. This will be 5 in the finish. Mount Leinster, not so far ahead of Haut En Couleurs, who's now within 2 to 3 lengths than Gentleman de May. They're out in front of Hardy Blow. As they race to the last fence in the back straight, this will be 4 from the finish. The Penny Park Games beginners chase. Mount Leinster, stalked by Haut En Couleurs. A little bit closer to third, Gentleman de May. Long way clear from Hardy Blow. As they come off the back straight towards the third last fence, which will be the final ditch. Mount Leinster, Haut En Couleurs and Gentleman de May. Willie Mullins with the whip hand, heading to the last fence in the back straight. The 3 are well clear of the balance of 4, coming across towards the second last. Mount Leinster, gathered in by Haut En Couleurs, Gentleman de May in touch in third, as they head for the second last. Mount Leinster and Sean O'Keefe with poised on the outside Haut En Couleurs and Paul Townend. 5 lengths to Gentleman de May and Mark Walsh in third as they swing into the straight, a good run to the final fence. The Penny Park Games beginners chase. And it's Mount Leinster with zooming up on the outside Haut En Couleurs to take his stable companion on the run of the final fence. Gentleman de May is sticking at it in third, and Haut En Couleurs easily races ahead of stable companions Mount Leinster. Gentleman de May is running on the outside. Haut En Couleurs is over the last by 4 lengths to Gentleman de May, who sets off in pursuit. Mount Leinster's gone wheeling in third and driven out. It's Haut En Couleurs, who was placed in great bonds at the major festivals last spring, is keeping at bay Gentleman de May and Mount Leinster. Filling of the first 3 positions, Willie Mullins, Haut En Couleurs, beat Gentleman de May and Mount Leinster.
One. 3 races down in Ireland so far today. They've all gone to Willie Mullins. The latest of them, the beginner's chase here, won by Haut En Couleurs. And Willie, 1, 2, 3 for good measure. How pleased though by the performance of the 4-year-old?
Caroline, delighted with him. He was very lucky at the first hurdle. He was a little bit green and novice, and he knocked it down. And then after that, they absolutely flew. They went some pace down past the stands, around to the reservoir, and then they sort of settled halfway, well, down the back at least. Mark got our horse out on the outside and out of the ruck of horses, and he jumped well the whole way down the back, and then got a nice jump at the second last, which left him in a lovely position. He just held him upside the horse in the red colours coming to last, and then I thought he was struggling for a couple of seconds, but Mark said he was just so green. Once he got him going, he hit him a slap, I think, to get his attention, and he was going away from him again at the end.
It's got quite a good roll of honour, this race, been won by some smart sorts. Does this fella give you the feeling that he could perhaps go all the way?
Every day we worked him at home, he was fantastic, and I brought him away to work once, and he was absolutely terrible. I don't know what we had in with him, but it beat him about 10 lengths, and I brought him away.
Pity you don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I'd say he just didn't handle the gallop that I brought him to, and I brought him up to the Curragh, and the sand gallop there is new, and we found some horses just don't like it. So I was saying to his owner this morning, JP, I said, exactly what I'm saying to you, but I think his homework is good enough, and we'll just draw a line through his away work.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Straight to the Grade 1 at the Dublin Racing Festival now, is that your inclination?
Yeah, I'd like to do that. He may as well get experience,
And Willie, we saw Glenn Zavantram also win for JP down at Limerick. That was a race she was entitled to win, in fairness, but did the manner of the victory please you?
It did. I think she was a 6 or 7 runner maiden coming out of our place. I don't know what been happening, but she's
mitigating circumstances along the way.
Yeah, she probably ran in a few handicaps and things just didn't work out for her. But and I thought she was in trouble turning for home. But once Jodie got a gap, she won well in the end. She got a bit of daylight and away with her then up the straight. I think she might have won 8 or 10 lengths or something. Yeah.
And she's still a novice. Could she be aimed maybe at the novice race at Cheltenham again, something like that, or back in the handicaps?
I would imagine, no. I'd love to just go mare's novice hurdle with her. Yeah.
And then in the beginner's chase, Willie, as I say, the 1, 2, 3, Haut En Couleurs, ultimately pretty impressive. Was that the order you roughly expected them to finish, maybe?
Yeah. I thought Mount Leinster jumped better, settled better, ran a good race. Gentleman to me had run a great race in Punchestown, and coming back here then with that experience under his belt, it wouldn't have surprised me if he won, but the other fellow is a horse we think a lot of. He ran in the Triumph Hurdle last year, and I thought things didn't go 100%, and then absolutely terrible in the race in Punchestown. I think misplaced. Someone thought the winning post was at the 4th last hurdle or something. He hit the front of the 4th last hurdle, and thought today was, he'd been schooling well. He'd always works well at home. He's a horse that he'll go down the Arkle route, I think, at this stage anyhow. But what I liked about him at the end of the race, through the winning line and beyond it, he's no trouble going up in trip, going for 2.5. So we'll see. Maybe I look at trying keeping himself and Fernie Hollow apart.
When was that decision made to send him over fences this season, Willie? Was it always in the back of your mind, even when he was running in the juvenile race?
I think so. He'd buy the Saint out of a mooted here mare. So I'd be, he was always going to be a chaser. Yeah.
And talking about keeping him,
you couldn't put him down as a champion hurdler. So it was either that or 3-mile hurdler, and I don't like going down that route with a 5-year-old. So.
You mentioned about Fernie Hollow there, trying to keep them apart. Does that mean we'll probably only see one of them maybe at the Dublin Racing Festival, and the other one will go elsewhere?
We'll see. I don't know what is there a 2.5-mile chase for novices there? I'm not sure there is.
The old Moriarty, isn't it?
Oh yes, 2.5. Yeah, that's right. That might be his job. We'll see. It's hopefully they'll all come out here sound, and that we have that problem when it comes to the Dublin Racing Festival.
Speaking of soundness, Willie, sadly Chacun Pour Soi wasn't sound this morning.
Yeah.
What's the prognosis, or is it too early to say?
It looks just like a hamstring, but the hamstring is involved a couple of his older injuries. He has 2 older injuries in that area, and it's not as simple, as just a hamstring. And maybe that's, that could be going back to, this could have been coming at him in Sandown, but you know he wasn't lame after Sandown. He was lame yesterday evening. He was sore after Sandown, but we didn't think it was a hamstring. I don't know, but that's what my vet told me this last night, anyhow, that it was a hamstring.
Hopefully he can bounce back. So no representation in this race, but you have got lots of chances to come today. What in particular are you excited about?
I think we have a nice bumper horse. Yeah, I think he's probably the better one. Anything
Compares
else?
well with the one yesterday.
Yeah, he goes well, he goes well. And we have the Paddy Power Stones and Roses is down at the bottom, nice weight. And I think Lord Royal is a horse that could run well in that. So, you know, they're...
And finally, are the Kempton horses back home safe and sound?
Yeah.
Presume there was a glass raise in the kitchen last night, at least, was there?
A small one. That was it. It was an early night, actually. We'll celebrate another night when we have everyone together. And quite night last night.
The horse is in good nick, though, when they got home.
Yeah, it seemed to be fine. So hope for the best.
Terrific. Thanks very much, Willie. Appreciate it. Well done.